They're ready. They're off, racing over 7.5 furlongs for the Clear Answer Call Centre's EBF Maiden Stakes. And Port Darwin away well, the blue jacket with the green epaulets also beginning well. He's Waliim, the blue jacket, white striped sleeves, white cap. Three deep of those, Sovereign Wealth in the dark green with the white cap, followed on the inside by Star in Time, the white with the black seams. Between those horses, Conjecture, the red jacket with the white sash and the blue cap. Martha's Shadow 6 back in the field, so too Stoneacre Donny, and the back marker is Time Twister, and Billy Garrity would have him about 8 off the pace, which is set by He's Waliim, the debutant, as they head down the hill back towards the final 4.5 furlongs. He's Waliim in front by 3 parts of a length to Port Darwin racing second. Sovereign Wealth is 3 deep behind them, followed by Star in Time tight on the fence. Conjecture is next in the field as they turn for home at the foot of the hill. Martha's Shadow still well back, so too Stoneacre Donny, and the back marker is still Time Twister, and it's uphill to home from here inside the 3. He's Waliim by about a half length to Port Darwin. Down the centre, Sovereign Wealth starts to pick up. Conjecture is tracking that one through. On the inside, Star in Time needs a little bit of room. Stoneacre Donny trying to improve with Martha's Shadow, but back towards the final furlong and a half. It's still He's Waliim. He's Waliim in front by a couple of lengths to Sovereign Wealth. Conjecture still trying to get there. Stoneacre Donny is next, but He's Waliim on debuts, pouring on the pressure inside the final furlong here. He's Waliim for Clifford Lee, and trainer Jason Tate is scorching away, and He's Waliim will make a winning debut in style. Conjecture for second. Sovereign Wealth finished third in front of Stoneacre Donny.
Well, we've seen a very impressive debut winner here at Beverley, and Clifford Lee was on board He's Waliim. 6 lengths he put between himself and the rest of the field. Seems like a pretty smart horse. How did it feel to you?
Yeah, I'd say he's a very good horse. He felt very good. He gave me a lovely ride. He was very professional, and I liked his mannerism from when I got on him in the parade room.
Yeah, he looked the part, didn't he? He's bred to be all right too. What were the kind of the signals that James Tate was giving you before the race?
Well, when I spoke to James earlier, he said to me he's a very lovely horse. He was ready to run, but then they just had to back off him a little bit because of his shins. But now, obviously, he's come here today in fine form, and James said to me he liked him a lot.
And looking at the race, it had a bit of depth to it, and he had the right horses around him. And I thought that when Conjecture came to him, that's when he pressed again. He really kicked when you asked him to.
He did, yeah. They sort of almost left me in front. I went a little bit slow as well, and I just caught the rest of them off the back foot. But at the same time, if I went on a stride, I don't think many would have been able to come with me anyway.
And did he take a little bit of time to pull up at the end there, thinking that you might want a little bit further in time?
Yeah, I'd leave him at that trip for now, 7, stiff 7. He probably would get further, but he's not short of boot either.
Just the one ride, I think that was today for you. It's a really big week next week, and I'm just going through the hopes and the options next week, but I think one of the standouts is the horse that I'm looking forward to seeing, Al Kareem. How is he? And you must be looking forward to getting back on him at his beloved York.
Yeah, he loves York. He's a great horse. When I was riding out the other day, a girl called Danielle Mooney looks after him, and he was picking grass and bucking and squealing, so he looked in fine form there.
Yeah, he's the kind of horse that deserves his chance. In now quite an open company, the cup scene is quite open, so he must just be the kind of type that deserves to step up it again now.
Yeah, no, 100%. His last few runs, he's been relaxing a lot more, and he's staying the mile 6 very well, so going back to 2 mile, as long as there isn't a whole lot of pace in the race, so we can just get him nice and settled instead of running away with me, then he'll have a big chance.
I'm sure Carl's fine-tuning a pretty big crew of horses. Anything in particular looking forward to next week?
I mean, there'll be loads going there. I'll have to look at the declarations when they're declared, but for the moment we'll hope the horses are all sound and ready for the big week next week. And
Venetian Sun, she's still going for the Morny over the Lowther, we think?
So I've heard, like I say, I know she's entered in the Lowther, and there was a race in Ireland at the end of September, but that's between the boss and the owners, so we'll just fingers crossed and see what the entries and decks go for the meantime.
Not bad to be a pilot in the yard like that. Well done with this one, and look forward to next week.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That was great.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.